Okay, good evening, Brother Hill. This is Brother Gary Pennington.
Well, good
Welcome
evening,
to the
brother.
interview. Good evening.
Yeah,
Good evening.
good evening
It's
to you, sir.
yes, sir. It's a Wednesday afternoon, a Wednesday evening. I guess it's 21 October.
Yes, time is
Look,
really going by.
it is a little bit after 8 o'clock. Um,
Yes.
I have to thank you first of all because you helped me, sponsored me to get in this illustrious chapter. But I guess enough about me. We got a few questions, and I'll keep them rolling. And I think the first one is what does the brotherhood mean to you?
Well, that's a good question. Brotherhood to me is about fellowship, it's about friendship, and it's about bonding. And you put those things, those three together, and you really have a close relationship with each other.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. Great. What would you say? When you look back over your Omega career, which you can tell us how long that is. What would be your fondest memory of Omega, and how long have you been in? Yeah.
Well, I've been in since March 11th, 1972, which is 48 years. But when you think about all the things that have occurred in those 48 years, I think the biggest pleasure or that I received is when I received my pen after
Okay.
pledging.
Hmm.
But that meant to me a lot because now I belong to the greatest fraternity in the world.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. That's outstanding. All right. Um, has Omega transformed you into the person that you are today? And how so? Would you say?
Well, it has helped to shape my idea of the idea of brotherhood because I really never had any brothers.
Okay. Okay.
I have all sisters, but I had friends.
Hmm.
But when you get into, I guess, the fraternity, it changes everything for you. There's a different light, a different perspective, different everything. But these are brothers that will help. These are men that would help you, and as you help them,
Right. Okay.
and that's a great thing for me.
Okay. Okay. I understand. All right. That's great. All right. Um, what have you gained from your experience in the fraternity? What would you say kind of thing you kind of gained from it?
Well, I guess I have gained um, looking at the more of the understanding of the core values of this great fraternity and how it strengthens you in your everyday life, um, whether it's home or community, job. Uh, you look back on those values, and it's just like always coming to your mind or memory what you should be doing in light as a mega man.
Okay. Okay. I guess the other question is, um, what would you say that you brought, in reverse now? What would you say that you brought to the fraternity? Um, is this something that was
Well, I think if I look at it, I believe in standards.
okay?
Uh,
Hmm.
I believe in
Okay, great.
standards. I
Sure.
believe in that if you say you're going to do something, then do it. And if you make a mistake, say I'm sorry. And start all over again. You don't be afraid of failure because thinking about our founders, they had some times where there were some things going on when we read the history. They didn't stop. They pushed forward.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely, they did. Um, what's sad? How involved? And it sounds like I know that you are already. How involved are you with the fraternity? And why? What keeps you coming back? Why do you do it? What keeps you coming back to
Well,
do it?
all these are great questions. I was thinking too that when I put my hand up and said I wanted to be Omega and did all these things, okay, I said, why do I want to quit? I don't want to quit now. I love it too much.
Okay.
Well, I can bring some things I felt to this great fraternity. And maybe there's someone else can see some good in me, as it said in the Bible. It said about letting your light shine. So
That's right. That's
maybe
right.
I can let my light shine from the fraternity ideals. And I hope, because I think it's supposed to serve it to the end.
Okay. Okay.
Serve it to the
Outstanding. Okay. All right. Outstanding. Has the relationship fostered in the Omega Psi Phi fraternity um, live up to your definition of a fraternity? Yes. No. What ways would you say?
Well, thank you. Yes, it has. When I was on the campus of Delaware State, which I didn't pledge at that time, but even in the community, I knew a lot of men that were in the fraternity. And so I looked, and I know you may be asking something else later on, but I saw what they were doing. I wanted to be a part of that. And also it broadened my scope of life, uh, and what like-minded men can achieve.
Sure. Okay. Okay. I have a similar experience, of course, with yourself mentoring me as a college student, and
Yeah.
you probably knew the other one who used to help me out quite a bit was Sam Gibbons.
Oh,
With
yeah,
with, ta-
Sam,
with
yeah.
taxes and all that kind
Oh,
of stuff.
yeah,
He was in my life too a while back, and
yeah,
I realize now that the Omega men have been around, holding me up for some time.
sure,
Um,
sure.
what lessons about life did you learn from your Omega experiences?
Well, you can't, I felt, I learned that you can't do everything by yourself. I've been in several offices in Psi Iota, but if you want to move the fraternity further, or the chapter further, and do the things in social action and all those things, you have to learn you can't do all these things by yourself. You have to be a group, and you have to give the respect to the brothers as they give respect to you, and they will jump on board. They will jump on board, and hopefully to let everyone know that it's not about them individually, it's about Omega
That's right.
and serving.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
what it's about. I just believe that, and then we all come together as one, because then we're like-minded.
Okay. All right. Absolutely. All right. All right. What was the primary attraction that made you decide to pledge Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated over any other fraternity fraternal organization available?
Well, I was invited to another fraternity, which I won't name,
Uh-oh.
to be a
Right.
member.
Okay.
But
All right.
there's some
Okay.
things, Brother Pennington, there are some things for you,
Mm-hmm.
and there are some things that are not for you. Not that we're bad people or this kind of thing, but that wasn't me. That wasn't for me. I
Right.
saw what the fraternity was doing. I believe in serving. I believe in helping. I believe in being a part of an organization. In this case, this organization, but with men, and what they can achieve. And they're on my train track, if you will. The train was on my track, so I felt that I wanted to be on that train.
That's right. Okay. 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 This one is a little bit different. Well, a little bit different, but it speaks to the belief that friendship is essential to the soul. Um, can you elaborate on that? Have you been
The
enriched
friendship is
by the relationship? Can you talk about that a little bit?
my relationship with my beliefs, and you mean as far as the I guess the spiritual. I guess I need to answer the question again.
Sure, sure. Since our fraternity, prophets that the belief that friendship is essential to the soul. Can you claim that your soul has been enriched by the relationship that you've developed fraternity since becoming an Omega man? If
Oh, yes.
so, how, in what ways, you know?
Well, I have really developed a kinship with my brothers.
Mhm.
And Omega has certainly enriched my life totally, as well as, in his beliefs. And it also has caused me, I think, to cherish life even more. I really believe that
Okay,
because of the relationships
okay.
that in this fraternity.
All right. You may have touched this a little bit, but what was the primary attraction? Because you mentioned another fraternity came after you. What was the primary attraction? The thing that made you decide to pledge Omega Psi Phi fraternity over any other fraternity organization available?
Well, I knew, well, you're going to join something, you need to know something about it. You don't want to just go in the dark.
That's right.
And I had read up, did my research, and especially with the cardinal principles. And when I saw those cardinal principles, that was talking about me. That was me.
Hmm.
So if I can enrich that and be to help in a way that I can, then I want to be a part of that and become each one of those principles.
Okay. All right. If it was in your power to accomplish it, what one thing would you do to improve the state of Omega? In your eyes, in the brethren and world, what would you do to
Well,
improve the state of Omega?
to me, I believe in the community or helping others. And I think we, as a fraternity, we do outreach. We do outreach. Yes, we have outreach. Well, and in our outreach, there, whatever we do, all that we do, it doesn't matter if no one knows about it.
Right.
And no one knows about it, so it really doesn't matter. I think we're putting things in the newspaper, we're doing all those things, but I think we have to even do more. We have to do more. Sometimes we think it's just about, I got the colors, I have all the paraphernalia, but it's more about that. Community, if they see you doing things and helping, being of support, they will support you. So to me, it's a little more involvement, continued involvement, maybe even deeper than what we're doing in the community outreach.
Okay. I like that answer. Okay. How would you classify your relationship with your line brothers? Close, casual. Um, you know, if they're deceased, if they're deceased, how was it in that time? How would you classify your relationship with them?
Well, I think at the time, the pledging process, we were very close naturally. Naturally. This is
Hmm.
one thing you develop, a real closeness. Uh, we have one brother that now lives in Kentucky, two who live in Maryland. And I'm much older than my line brothers,
Hmm.
which
Okay.
you can imagine, because they were out of college. But that's okay. And then we had two that were in the military. They weren't young as the, as a students. They were just a little older. But yeah, I heard rather from one of my brothers that's in Kentucky. We have one two that are deceased, and one that is in Wilmington area, and one is in Seaford or Bridgeville. But uh, but I still try to reach out as I can. If I have addresses, do the email or
Okay.
text or
Okay.
whatever.
Great.
I try to reach out. We have one that's a bishop down in Salisbury.
Wow. Oh wow.
Uh,
Okay.
but I do know about him because I try to stay. Now, do we all come together with some different? No, we don't do that. That doesn't happen. However, I do it because I think that's what you should have, that continue the kinship.
Okay. Okay. Over the years, this is something you think about over the years that your span of time with Omega. Uh, how did or do you view Omega's importance and position in your life after 1 year, after 10 years, after 20 years?
Well, I've been in, when I went in, I was just like, I guess you something like a sponge.
Okay.
You want to absorb everything.
Hmm.
You want the base items, the base things. If you don't get that, it's like in mathematics or anything that you're trying to solve. If you don't know the base, you can't develop the base, you can't do, it's very difficult for these other things when they're thrusted on you.
Right.
So I just wanted to absorb everything. How does it work? Why do we do this? Etc.
Right.
I read history, founders,
Okay. Sure.
the meetings, when it started, what they're about, what is, so when I went to, I also now looking at year 10, um, I wanted this a broad view. Sometimes we pin right in, focus on one item, one thing, but there's a broad view, not just something that's right just in front of you. How is all this coming together to help you be the person the fraternity brother that you want to be? So you got to know something about it. So when someone asks you a question or knows something, you know it because it's living in you.
Sure. Okay.
That's what I see. Now, I guess now, having been in the 48 years, I just want to be the teacher.
Right. Okay.
I just want to be the teacher. And I'm very blessed that I'm still able to do things with committees. I think,
Yes, sir.
things that I've learned, I can pass it on.
Okay.
We can do it this way, do it that way. This really seemed to work. Not that you can't do it this way, but this will have a better impact. And that's how I am now. It's more or less of the teaching is showing our brothers about how you give respect in order to receive respect.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. This question, would you, this speaks, I guess, would you want a male member of your family, son, nephew, grandson, etc., to pledge this fraternity? If so, why? If not, why not? In other words, are you interested in your family becoming what they call a legacy within the fraternity?
Well, I have two older sons that you're much aware of. They did not see this as something they wanted to do. So that's fine. We talked about it. But I have a grandson now, a great grandson, matter of fact. It's at Delaware State University.
Okay.
He's in his third year now. So I will certainly talk with him about the fraternity.
Okay, great.
I'll certainly talk with him because we want someone to be a legacy. And but I think also this will help him with. I look at discipline in your life, and one thing about fraternity, you just can't do anything you want to do.
Right.
It teaches you discipline, and
Okay.
so I think this would be very helpful for a young person like him or any other young man.
Okay, great. That's exactly right. All right. Since Omega Psi Phi fraternity encourages a community relationship with the Supreme Basilisk, have you accepted this as part of your regular routine? And can you say that your spiritual life has been strengthened through it?
Well, I'm a believer in the Christian faith.
Okay. Okay.
I was telling someone the other day that I guess about the young men that want to pledge or are pledging. I said, I had to go, I guess I did. I had to go to church school.
Okay. All right.
And that's something I had to do. Every Sunday, 9:00, you were at church school.
Church school, right.
Now, and my mother can certainly, I guess, was the person, because my father passed early, but she was the one that instilled in me values of faith values. Even when I was in the military, I made sure then I found a chapel somewhere.
That's right. Okay.
As you know, the chapel's on the base.
Absolutely.
And I
Right.
went. I went because
Okay.
that instilled the faith.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I'm a believer, and you know me as you do. Um, I believe in expressing my faith and what it can do for you and what it can do if you keep these things in front of you or in front of the fraternity. And I think it's a great thing that we do this. Um, Even at conclaves, there are church-like services, district meetings, church-like services. We have a prayer in our ritual response. We even have more prayer if we care, we want to. I know looks like we're going to have even more of this kind of thing. We were founded on Christian principles. So why would we not want to continue it?
That's right. That's right.
Just
And you actually answered another part of the question. I didn't even get to it.
Okay.
It is. Have you developed a regular prayer life?
Yeah.
And belief, and you already touched on that quite a bit.
Yes, I'll
Sure.
tell you, I do that, Brother Pennington, every day. I
Okay.
pray.
Sure.
You definitely pray, but I have a Bible readings,
Okay.
study the Bible.
Okay.
I do that daily.
Okay. Have you developed one or more continuous relationships with any members of the fraternity? If so, how long has the relationship been in existence? How often do you guys communicate? That kind of thing. Has there been anyone that you kind of developed a relationship with?
Oh yes, I have close relationships, especially prior to some of them passing, going to a mega chapter, like Jack Bozard, Sam Gibby, we just talked about.
Okay.
But even though he's gone, you're gone, but you're not forgotten.
That's right.
I don't.
That's right.
Jack and I used to go visit our brothers that were ill or wherever incapacitated. Or we went to Christmas time, we'd go around and just visit, even sing a Christmas carol.
Sure. Okay. Wow. Okay.
And I still have some more. And if I don't hear from them, then I will give them a call or a text.
Okay. Okay.
I think you have to continue and foster your relationship. That makes you stronger, and hopefully the bond is stronger.
I see. Okay.
Especially at meetings, we always have that fellowship at meetings. So I feel that I just want to make sure that my friend in the fraternity knows that I care.
That's right. Okay. Okay. You actually touched it. There's this other question too, and this is kind of the last one. It asks, are social fraternities relevant beyond college in today's society?
Oh yeah.
So there's some relevance.
Yes, I do. I think because what you have learned, what I know myself, I've learned in these years that I've been in this fraternity. I think that it makes you stronger because as you get older, you change.
Sure. Okay.
With either family or housing or job, or whatever it might be, things change. So I think you need that brothers still need that brotherhood.
Right.
Because you never know. I mean, not never know, but I think there are brothers can be of great support to you as you may be facing trials, ups and downs, maybe whatever it is that's going on, not really good, but they can focus in since they have been there.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Move along in your life.
Okay. All right. That's outstanding. All right. Let me see something here. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. Well, thanks, Brother Hill. I mean, that's more an extra you've given me than what's on this paper here. Like I said, appreciate you taking the time to connect with me.
Well, it's always we go back a long ways, and I'm great.
Yes, sir.
We have this type of friendship, not only friendship from the outside, if you will, but friendship as brothers. That means a
Sir.
tremendous
Yes, sir.
lot to
Oh,
me.
yeah.
And,
Oh,
you know, I've seen you grow and your family and how everything's come together in your life. And to me, those kind of things are not just happen.
Did it just
Those are
happen,
things
right?
made to me.
Yes, sir.
You have to make them happen. And you've
Okay,
done
that's
that
right.
with your family.
All right. Hey, thanks again. Thanks again, Brother Hill.
You're more than welcome. Yeah.
Okay, we're back on. Okay. Okay, you say I have a greeting yourself? Okay. Take care now.
Okay, take care.
Okay, peace, brother.